Yes, let me explain. Before we delve into Liyue's Yakshas, let me tell you about the mythological Yakshas. Who are Yakshas? Yakshas are a broad class of nature spirits associated to Hinduism and Buddhism. To be exact, in Indian religions or Dharmic religions. Yaksha isn't particularly a race. They are often lumped together with other races such as Gandharva, Asura, Deva, Naga, Garuda, etc. Some of these names might be familiar to you since the release of Sumeru. Have you guessed them right? These words do have some religious significance with the cultural inspirations. And where is the Gandharvaville located? Yes, Dharma Forest. If we look at the name of character ascension gemstones, each one is associated with the Hindu Vedic deity of that particular element in some sense. Now look at the dendrostone's name. Nagadas. Nagas are serpent-like species in Hinduism. They say they're the first inhabitants of the earth before humans came. Nagas are common in several ancient religions, although they differ by the name. In Chinese culture, they're sometimes depicted as dragons instead of snakes. Doesn't it seem familiar with Teyvat? The first inhabitants being dragons, before the primordial one created humanity. The Nagas are led by a deity known as Virupaksha. And guess what? He is one of the 4 heavenly kings governing over the western direction and lives on the western part of Mount Sumeru. Yeah, Sumeru. What's all these? Gandharva, Yaksha, Naga, Virupaksha, Deva, Asura. Wait. Now let us talk about the Yakshas. In the game, we don't know much about other Yakshas than Xiao. His name translates to golden peng. Yes, that's the bird of his constellation. It is a Chinese god derived from the Hindu god Garuda. Garuda is also the half-brother of the Devas, Gandharvas, Daityas, Danavas, Ngas, Vanara, and Yakshas. What's so interesting about Garuda? It is one of the 8 demigods that help guard Mount Sumeru. Garudas and Yakshas are against Nagas. Most of the time, they have emerged victorious against the Nagas. The Yakshas serve Kubera. Kubera is known as the god of wealth in Hinduism and the god-king of the Yakshas. Yeah, just like Morax being the god of wealth and leader of the Yakshas. Kubera is a Lokapala, which means protector of the world in Sanskrit. In Sumeru, there is an area known as Lokapala Jungle, which shares border with Liyue. Is it just a coincidence or not? Maybe not. As we go deeper into the lore of Yakshas, Xiao was saved by Morax from enslavement by an unknown god during the Arkan War. His name was Elatus before Morax gave him a name, Xiao. So, it is possible that Xiao lived in Lokapala Jungle in Sumeru as the name says it. Jungle of the Guardians of the World. It is obvious that most of Chinese religions has their roots in India. Since Dharma Forest in Sumeru is based on India, there is a clear evidence of cultural similarities across borders. After Morax saved Xiao, he was given the duty to safeguard Liyue. It could be possible that other Yakshas too were not from Liyue. Instead from the Lokapala jungle. It's reasonable as the name says. The jungle of guardians. The Yakshas. If we look at the original names of the Yakshas, every Yaksha represents an animal. And all of their names have a Vedic origin. So it is not a coincidence. The Yakshas were originally from Sumeru, as their original names has a Sanskrit origin. What are your thoughts? Share them as comments. Thank you for watching.